Welcome into the PHNX Daily Bet Show. I'm your host, Shane Diefenbach, here on this fine Thursday, wearing my Wolf shirt for Wolf Shirt Wednesday, even though Wednesday was yesterday, but we couldn't record that live, so we're getting this in right now. And contrary to what my shirt says, I don't think we're taking the Wolves tonight, but we'll get there in a bit. First, we got to talk some hockey with our Diefenlock. The Rangers are not going to surrender this series after being up 3-0. That's not going to happen. The Canes came storming back. It ends tonight. Rangers money line, end the series, move on, move them to the conference final. They got to wake up at some point, and I think they do it tonight. And I can get this at plus money. I know they're on the road, and the last couple games haven't favored them, but they're the better team. It's clear, it's obvious. The Canes have a lot of things they need to work out. Get them packing, get them started on their offseason sooner rather than later. Give me the Rangers money line at plus 120. Talking some NBA hoops. This really stinks because I wanted to see this series go 7. I don't think it's gonna. And so let's get into our tasty nugget. And the tasty nugget is that we're betting on the Nuggets. Nuggets money line also plus 120. Yeah, man. Look, this team shouldn't be dogs again. I know they're on the road, but Arcade from DNVR tweeted it out, and this is exactly how it is. Jokic just gets better and better as the series progresses. He's like AI learning. He just learns what to do in certain situations, and he's never going to get worse. He's always going to get better, and you got to close him out while you can. When they were up 2-0, they had to win that third game, especially coming back home in Minnesota, and they didn't. And from that point on, it felt like the series was basically over. The only thing that could really, because I could see in a world, I could see the Wolves playing a ridiculous game, shooting 60% from 3, and we get a game 7 back in Denver. The only thing that would be holy shit, this is the greatest series ever, is if Minnesota just beats the brakes off of them tonight. Because then in game 7, you're I don't know what's going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen, but that'd be fun. And regardless, it should be a fun game. The Wolves aren't just going to lay down and die. They'll fight, but I do think it's disrespectful to get the champs who have won the last 2 games on the road or last 3 games, and now on the road are underdogs. I think it's a little bit disrespectful. So we're taking the Nugs in this one at plus 120. We're also taking the best player in the world, Nikola Jokic, with our prop, lock, and drop. Did you know in closeout games, this man is averaging 30, 14, and 9? That's so dumb. Yeah, so we're going with this trusty PRA, 52.5. I know the total's crazy, but you look at some of these closeout games. Closeout against the Suns in 2023, 30, 32, 10, and 12. Closeout against the Lakers in 2023, 30, 14, and 13. Closeout against the Lakers this year, 33, 14, and 14. He's just ridiculous. So yeah, we're gonna take the MVP and should have been MV4 in this one to go over his PRA total. Guys, if you haven't seen it yet, PHNX Hockey launched today. The PHNX Coyotes podcast is no longer, but PHNX Hockey is here, and hockey belongs in the desert. So go ahead and go over to phnxlocker.com. We got into some new merch. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't yet, and make sure to follow them on Twitter. I think they already changed. Did they already change that to PHNX Hockey? I think so. Follow them on Twitter, and you can follow me on Twitter at Chandy. If you can follow the show on Twitter at PHNX_bets. Follow PHNX_sports across all socials, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. And we'll see you guys tomorrow for a Friday fun day. It might be a football Friday. We might have to talk about some lines that came out today. But until then, peace, love, and PRA.
We all silly like the mayor.